guys, Alan Moore here. Welcome to another fragrance review. On today's video, I'm going to be just discussing fragrance categories, because they all come in different categories, whether it's from a citrus-based fragrance, a gourmand fragrance, or one with aldehydes in it. So if you're interested in this and you want to find out a bit more what you're ordering or what you're buying, stick around after the intro. I'll see you in a minute. Cheers guys, thanks a lot. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all okay, doing fantastic. That's brilliant. On this subject of fragrance categories, guys, there's that many you can buy, and they come in all different categories, from citruses all up to alloys, like I said on the intro, right? But it's important you know what you're buying, because you might not like citruses, you might not like, gourmand fragrances, and too sweet. So this gives you better information when you're buying stuff. So this is the idea behind this video, is thinking outside the box. I don't really do a top 10 of these, top 10 of that again, maybe in the future, yes, but for now I'm just trying to think outside the box to give my viewers something different. Okay, so this is the idea behind this video. So then, if you was to go and click onto the website, if you live in the UK or abroad, I think they're Notino all over the place. Click on the Notino website, right? Find where it says fragrances, find the men's fragrance section, and down the side on the left, you should see where it says filters. You press that, you got brands. You go on there, it gives you the A to Z of all the different fragrances. Below that, you'll see another box, another sentence saying fragrance categories, and it gives you a list. If you click onto one of them, that website will display all the fragrances in that category, which you say got citrus in them, right? So you can look at them and think, oh, I like that, but it's got citrus clean on that. It gives you the best idea what you can buy. But what I've done for the people out there who are not beginners, who do not them buy, is to look at your collection, right? What I've done today, and I've tried my best to select 3 of each category of the fragrances I've got, to see how many I've got out of these categories. So really, it is an harder challenge than I thought it was going to be. It even confused me. I thought some of my fragrances came under a different category, and I was surprised to find that it didn't. So this is what stirred the interest. And I thought, well, it's not just for beginners. Yes, mainly this video is to give the beginners a guide to what they're buying, but also people who seasoned veterans just collecting fragrances. You might be surprised as I was to see what actually category they actually fall under. So to set myself a task, I tried to collect at least 3 from each category out my collection. So that's what I'm going to be showing you today, what I've managed to collect out of each category, not knowing. Some of them I've only got 1, some have got 3, some have got 2, some haven't even got none. But as I'm going down the list, you'll see what I'm on about. So I've written a lot of stuff down here, guys. I do suffer from dyslexia, so I had to write things down so I remember my notes. So I'm going to be reading them off to you, the categories, and I'll show you how many I've got at the end. But before the end of the video, I'll try to explain to you what the meaning of some of these aldehydes. Not everybody knows what it means. I'll try to give some kind of an idea what to expect when you're looking for that fragrance. So by the end of this video, you'll have some idea how the fragrance categories work. So I'm hoping, all being well, this works out the way I'm planning it. Okay, guys, so let's start with the first one. I'll pick my notes up, see, guys. So you see there's a shitload on there. Right, now, on the first one, we're going to go for the subject of aldehydes. If you go down the list on that Notino website, you'll find it on the top of there. So I'll look through all my fragrance collection here. I've got them all behind me here, just to see what I've got when it comes up to the category of aldehydes. So I've got 1, and I'll show you that now. And it's this one here. Moschino Umo. It's a fantastic fragrance. It's very aromatic when you spray it. I'll just show you the sprayer. It's up there, look guys, old school atomizer. Classic looking bottle. and it's got a fantastic smell about it. It's very aromatic, very pleasing. You can rock this video, guys, and you rock this fragrance on this video, right? Because this is really a good fragrance to go and buy. Go and buy yourself this fragrance, you won't be disappointed, right? It's first one on my list. That comes on the category of aldehydes. Now then, moving on to the next one. By the way, this is all done with one mic down here and one take. Like I said on my video before, if I make a mistake, it's staying in, guys. Rawest video possible out there as far as I know. Magic. Okay. Now, aquatic. We're going on to the aquatic section now. Now I've got this one here. This is a wasp from the house of Rosace. And mine's got a wonky lid, look. It does sound very good. But it's a fantastic aquatic scent. Works well in the hot weather. It'll suit you all day. Really good fragrance. So this is another good fragrance I'd consider you to buy. You smell it in the air now. It's very fresh and refreshing. And it's got an aquatic feel about it. The sea notes, you know, they're associated with this fragrance. And all the ones under that category. Anything to do with the ocean. So it tends to come under this category. And this one is starting to become a bit more popular in the fragrance community, because it does very similar to Paco Rabanne Invictus Aqua 2016. This is what these have tried to replicate in this bottle. It's not the same, but it's going to be what they think is the close interpretation to it. And a good many people are starting to buy this now off the eBay, and the price has gone that way. So that's the first aquatic. Put this down here, going to number 2. Most people have heard that one now. Acqua di Gio by Armani. And this is the Profumo. Pull off top, magnetic look. And then, let me tell you, there it is, it's magnetic. And then, oh, gotta get these guys. Fantastic. You know, summer, no problem. Winter, no problem. Spring, no problem. Autumn, it lasts you all year round. But it does work well in the summer, and it does come under the aquatic category. So if you look on Nottina, you'll find it there. Okay. As I say, I'm skipping through these guys. I've got 28 of these down here. I've all got different categories you need to find out about. So you'll be surprised with some of them. Like this one, I would have never thought this would come under the aquatic category, but it does. And this is Lalique Encre Noir Sport. Now this is cheapy, it's very good. This gives you an Irish, you can smell it now. I can imagine going out with a white shirt and sports jacket with this on, guys. And it's got that aquatic feel about it in the background. Also patchouli, and that was in there, vetiver, very good. And on this one now, that's all on my collection for the aquatics. Now we're going on to one called Chypre. Right, now the only one I've got for Chypre is this one here, and this is Aramis and the older toilet version. Right, so this is for them who was in the 80s. I remember this well. This is a cracking fragrance as well, but some people might you know, consider this old school now and too old for them. To be honest, under a certain age I can understand that. 25-year-olds, 18-year-olds, I can wear this. 35 upwards, and it's beast mode as well, it'll last your ages. But again, this comes under the cheaper category, and if I was advising you, wear it in the cooler months. Okay, that comes under cheaper. That's the only one I've got under that category. Right, now we're going down now to citrus. Now, this might surprise me being a citrus fragrance, but according to Nottina on the website, this comes under the citrus category. Davidoff, Cool Water, DD to the original. And again, very fresh, a beginner scent. You know, if you're a beginner and you pick this up and have this in your collection, this will serve you well. Keeps you smelling fresh, uses as a work scent. Rocky. You'll be great with this at work. Okay, so that's the first citrus based one. Now this one's a bit more, people recognise as a citrus fragrance, is the Marne pour on, or Al pour on should I say, yeah. And there's a nice spray look, black top pulls off that way. This is the modern version, but still nice. Yeah, you can smell the citrus in it straight away, guys. You know, it's nice and citrusy, perfect with the hot weather we just had in the UK. Things like this and that, the kind of scents you need to wear in that kind of warm weather. So if you can, try to pick this up and use it for like warmer weather. Be different from everybody else out there. Okay, so that's the second citrus one. We've got one left, which is another one from Christian Dior. And this one is the Eau Sauvage, the EDT. And again, these are very similar because they come out, you know, competing against one another. And they've all got very similarities, the way they smell. I would say this one is like a touch classier than the first one, personal preference. The other one's not a bad fragrance, I do like that as well, but if I had a choice out of the two, I'd probably go for that one. Are fantastic fragrances. That's all the citrus ones. And then moving down the list now, you're going on to floral. Now, a lot of guys think, hey, well, it's things that stink of flowers, but most of the fragrances you've got in the modern day fragrance, you've got some kind of a flower note in there. You wouldn't even know unless they told you. So, the first one, this is an obvious one, is the Dior Intense. Got the note of iris in there, and that's where this is coming from, the floral side of it. And this has got to be one of the masterpiece fragrances I've got in my collection. You know, it is that good. And like I said on a video not so long back, my personality 5 years ago, I would never think of wearing this. Now I can't keep away from the stuff, it's lovely. You know, it is a top fragrance I'd recommend people to buy. Keep it in your collection, use it for special occasions, and you'll how much I've gone through. You'll rock this fragrance, guys. So that's the first floral one. If they think, anybody thinks about me wearing it, that's what I say to them. You know, sod off, I don't care what you think I like. And this one, Bulgari Man in Black. Again, fantastic fragrance. Now, if you look at that there, slightly ways on, guys, I know the camera will pick it up. The atom is just facing that way across the bottle. So you have to turn that, lock it into place before you can spray the fragrance out. It's a cracking looking bottle, isn't it? You know, so again, this has got like a lot of rum, spices, woods, different things. It also reminds me of pencil shaving shop. You know, when you're in a pencil shop now and you get these shavings, it reminds me of a smell that added into it as well. And so you got the rum, you got the spicy notes, and you got that little bit of woody notes in there as well. Fantastic. Again, classed as a floral fragrance. Right. Now we're moving on to the fruity ones. Oh, sorry, I've got one more left. One more left. That is also classed as a floral fragrance. First we'll break off my bottle. Oh yeah, we just had to break off there. And this is the arm off craze. It's all lifted off, look. Look at that. That has all just broke off my bottle. Look at that. Cheeky geeks. It's supposed to be on there, look there. Ashwin Gemstones, this happened to you, it just happened to me. I'm trying to film as well. How about that? It's staying in now, guys, it'll be on the video. And again, this is supposed to be based on Pegasus. You buy perfume in the morning, they copied it. It just smells very similar to clowns I've tried in the past. I haven't tried the original, but the clowns I've tried, it smells very similar. Fingerprint magnets, you know, I don't care about that. But it is a very nice fragrance and it just comes under that category. I'll put that down a sec, guys. Now then, we're moving down the list nicely now. We're going on to fruity fragrances. Now this is a recent pick-up of mine, and this is Molinard Fig. Cracking fragrance, guys. Get your nose on if you can. Well worth the money. Fantastic in summer. And that fig now, you know, fantastic. Now all the way is really brilliant. Smell it in the room now. I love wearing this. And I had this, look at that. It's down there already. You know, it stayed on my jumper for days. and I got it on my jumper. You know, because I put it to one side, I left it without. I thought I'd wear that again because it warmed up a bit when I wore it. Then it went cool. Because in the UK, the weather changes every day. And one day it's warm, one day it's cool. So I put a jumper on a couple of days later because it was cool. And you can still smell this fragrance. Really good. So that's the first fruity one. Now then, this is one of these guys. Most people have had this now by now. Club didn't mean intense, man, but this is the limited edition. Right? And this is based on Creed Aventus. And I can't afford Creed Aventus. I've never tried it, you know, and I haven't ever sampled it. And this is if they tell me this is what it smells like, that's good enough for me. You know, I ain't got the money to spend on that. I'm not going to get 300 quid and spend on that, which lasts 6 hours. And this lasts longer than 6 hours. And that costs about 40 odd quid. So that's another good pickup. I'd recommend people to buy that. And you'll find all these on the Notino website, different prices. I've gone through them all in the past and they all sell all these fragrances. So I do pick a lot of things off Notino, All Beauty, Essential, and Fragrance Direct. I've had them off all of them in the past, but Notino is the one I tend to most. Most of these I've had off there. And we're going on to, hang on. Going on to the Oriental. Oh, now this one, guys. This is a classic scent. This comes under the category of Oriental. Customer notes in here. They tell you that's what they're known for in that fragrance category. You know, you'll find all the notes. I'll leave links to all these fragrances in the description box. It gives you a list of all the notes and you'll see what I'm on about. Okay, so this one's a classic scent, but how this one is a classic scent, this one is a lot more stronger than this one because the stuff that's in it, because this is citrus based. This has got all this stuff that, you know, makes it more powerful than this one when you first spray it on. When you first spray this one on, you think, oh, that's quite potent, you know, compared to the other one. That's more subtle and it's designed to be the plumber. But this one is something you can wear in the cooler weather and you'd rock it with this one, guys. Now then, these, one of my favourite houses, John Paul Gaultier, and this is the Lamal. Not the original, just a recent copy, but the same smell. And it's fantastic. I love this fragrance. I've got a deodorant out there, added to the gift set. It's only a 75ml one, but I've got the Ultra Male and I've got the Parfum one and I've got the La Belle one. I do like this house. I'm planning on collecting more of these with the Torso one. I've also bought Scandal, so you can see I do like this house, you know, for various reasons. And I do like the smell of the fragrances, they're top notch. So that's the La Mal fragrance by John Paul Gaultier, very good. Now then, this one, I'm on it. They do some cracking fragrances as well, you know, and I love this one as well. And you know, I keep here say I do really love my fragrances. I've been quite fortunate, touch wood. You know, most of the fragrances I've bought, they've been okay, and I haven't been too disappointed in all the purchases so far. And most of them I'm blind boys, so you know, I've been lucky. And I've wore these fragrances, I've become to love a lot of them for different reasons. But this one, this is probably one of the best ones for going on a date night. It's sweet, it's inviting, it's luring, fantastic. Try and get your nose on that one. Strung over you intensely, that's the one I've got. And I'll tell anybody to buy that fragrance, guys, it is that good. Right now, they're going on to the category now of spicy. I bought this one recently, my first Burberry fragrance, and this classed as a spicy fragrance. I'll pull the top off there, so chrome atomizer. And this is like an aromatic fragrance, but it goes under the spicy one because it's got a few spicy notes in, but at the same time it's very aromatic in the air. Do you know what I mean? So some fragrances you learn as you go on, guys, as you collect it, you start to know more about them. They've got two names. It's ages like it could be a floral, citrus, or something like that. And sometimes they do double the names up on them. But this one just comes under the category of spicy. It's only a cheap fragrance. It's well worth adding to your collection. You want something different. So I had to put all this stuff on the bed over here, save clogging everything up. That's why you keep seeing me move that way. And this one, Middle Eastern, the King Elvis, Dardesh, does everything. Last stages, performs really good. And the smell on it's nice sweet fragrance, you know, and it's got staying power. You put this on, it'll still be there, you know, after you wear it day in the cool months. You know, and about different work sites I'll wear it at. Especially the COVID-19 site I used to work at. My colleagues who used to wear this bought these. They must have had 7 or 8 bottles with the smell to me. They went and bought it. Oh, that shares in that. Anyway, this one. Bentley for many intents. And this comes under the category of a spicy one as well. Right. So if you see the top there, guys, you know most of us wear a Bentley motor car now by now. And you can see they got the name on there. Nice looking bottle. It's printed in on there. For many intents, you've got this on the front there. And there's your batch code and the barcode at the bottom as normal. Right, now with this one, if you hold a bit closer to the camera, you can see what I'm on about. See that top of it's got that little grip around the side there. If you look at some of the luxury cars like Bentleys, they have a little knob like this that pops up, and they use it to select things with inside the car. And they've gone for that same look for selecting things on the car. What they've done, they use that gimmick as the top of this bottle. It's got the same grip on what they use to select stuff, you know. So that's what they've replicated it with on this bottle. And again, I'll see how much I've used. Fantastic this is in the winter. You've got to be brave to wear it though. When you go out there, you've got to be confident and you got to say, I don't care what people think. I'm an individual, I'm wearing it. Really strong, but nice. Okay, now going to the woody category now. Again, this one is probably one of my luckiest interview fragrances. Done a Lycon, nice professional smelling fragrance. It's classed as a woody fragrance in the fragrance category. So again, if you look at all the notes, you'll probably find out why they do that. You know, but it's a fantastic fragrance. Smells very, again, aromatic in the air. Got this lovely smell about it. And it's one of these fragrances that lasts on your skin quite about 5 hours, 6 hours if that. But it's quite nice when it's there. And it just starts to dry down. I prefer the opening. The opening is very nice. Into the dry down in the base, like I tend to respray myself then because I prefer the opening on a lot of my fragrances to be fair. But with this one, the wood's in there, but I like the opening better. So that's another fragrance I like. Put that there, so it goes. Now then, one of the kings of the clubbing fragrances, Versace Eros. And again, nice sweet fragrance. It smells like a bit like polyester, to be honest with you. I smell like polish, which is nice. Got vanilla in there. But it's a cracking fragrance. It lasts on your skin all day again. You know, you could have this sort of work scent, clubbing scent. This is why you're successful in the clubs. I went to with the clubs, everybody and I got this on. Because it just lasts, it just projects off your skin within a few hours. Okay, so that's another fragrance that comes under the woody category. I said on my video not so long back, right, I'm going to start, you know, keep it raw as I can. So on this one, you'll see me cocking my way to quite a few times. I promise you it's staying in there, guys. I wanted to give you a raw video. Unfortunately, you're going to get one. So you have to excuse the mistakes from me tongue tied and stuff, but that's just me. Next one is this one. Gourmand. Nice sweet, got a nice pear note in there. Right, and this is the ultra male. Second bottle of this, guys. I love it. And to be honest with you, if I was John Paul Gaultier, I'd re-release this and just call it Sex in a Bottle. It's brilliant. And fantastic. Right, now you got this one. Is Louis Cardin. This is called Sacred. You get it off eBay for under £30. Pull the top off, you know. Got a silver atomizer here. I'm not going to say it's good as some of the atomizers, good as some of these here, but for the price you pay for it, it's good value for money. And you get like a chocolatey note in here, and it smells a bit like candy floss to me. It could be wrong, but that's what it smells like to me. Mix the two together, you got a nice sweet fragrance. And I've had a good compliment off my daughter, standing quite a distance away, and I've freshly sprayed this and she could smell it over 15 feet away as she was walking by the reef. So that is really good. But again, it's not going to last you much past 6 hours before it starts getting close to your skin, guys. So these, the gourmand ones you want now, this is the last one. And it's this one here, another John Paul Gaultier, new to my collection. And they've changed the bottle look of this one, square bottle, and it's Scandal. Now there's a women's version called Scandal, with the legs in the air and everything. And they got this one, right, which is the male version, got the crown on, got the logo on there, got a red bit in the middle of the crown. And this has got a fantastic caramel note in here. And I put this has to be my scent of the day this month, well, up till this point, it's been this one. I am a bit of a gourmand fan, guys. I do like sweet fragrances. And a lot of my fragrances have got sweetness about them. You know, even though they're not classed as gourmand, a lot of their sweet notes in there, you can still say them like a sweet fragrance. And I could do a video on some of these in the future. But they're not classed as gourmand, but they've got a sweetness about them. You know, so we'll be doing something like that. I've got a 4-part series. I've already done one, so I'll have another 3 episodes at some stage. Now I'm going on to leather now. And this is back from the 80s. And this is called Oscar de la Renta, Paul Louis. And this has got a leather note in it. I'll spray that. And you can smell that. This is very like soapy, powdery. This does smell 80s, to be honest with you. And my wife just can't stand it. She doesn't like it. I had it in the car once and she said, don't get wearing that with me again, so I'll have to wear it when I'm here. But to be honest with you, I do like it, and it is different from the others. And I just had to wait for us out to the house before I wear it. You know what I mean? Then wash it off before I come back. Right, so that's the first other one. And then you got this one. This is the Versace one. And it's got Versace Long. Right, it's built-in atomizer. So you just press it down like that, look. And again, this has got like a few of the other ones there, they've got like a lot of citruses in there. But it's also still classed as a leather fragrance, so there must be a touch of leather in there somewhere. That puts it into that category of being like a leather fragrance. Now, all the people who are watching this video, not watching this thinking, are they leather fragrance? Let me know in the comments section, box below. You know, you might be right, but according to Notino website, when I'm listing these fragrance categories, I've checked them and I was looking all through my selection, but I've got the collection over there. See what you've got and see how you think, you know, I don't know, that belonged in that category. You know, you might agree with what they say, you might not, but it's room for thought, isn't it? And that's why I caught me out. So this is the idea of this video, guys, is to try and get you something that other people are talking about. But at the same time, if you're a beginner and you want to go buy a fragrance, you can see this video. You'll check the website before you buy your stuff now. This is Valentino Umo, the EDT, the original one. And this has got a nice hazelnut, chocolate and coffee bean note to it. But it still comes under the category of a leather fragrance. Because in the base, it's got leather notes in there. So they've changed it into, although it's very sweet, it's got that nice Irish note in there. It still comes under, according to Notino and their website, they've researched it from as a leather fragrance. Last fragrance of the day. Yay! I bet you more cheese is this one. And it's a fougere. Funny enough, I didn't think that would come under a fougere category. When I looked at the fougere, out of all the ones I've got, and I've got different fragrance, classics and that one, but this one classed as a fougere. Others are classed as different. Citrus, oriental. I mean, you wouldn't have thought that was an oriental because it looks like it is classed as a classic fragrance, but it is. According to what they were telling people on their website, and I believe them. You know, I'm not calling them liars or nothing like that. I just think as a source of research, you can go there, source out the information what they've got on their website, because that's where the customers are buying these fragrances and giving the best information when they're looking for a fragrance. So I think they're trying to do the service to the public and by giving them this option to read these lists, and in that way people know what they're spending the money on. Okay guys, so that's the last one of the day. So let's give you a quick run through here and out, so I've written down here. Right, fragrance category meanings, that's what I've put down on here. Right, so aldehydes, right, soapy, waxy, and it's got like a lemony smell to it. Aquatics, you've got sea notes and the inspiration from the ocean, right. Chypre, this has got a citrus top, it's got labdanum in it, aromatic notes, and also outmoss. That's classed as a chypre, and that's why the aramis is very potent, guys. You've got to have hairs on your chest for you wear that one. Citrus, grapefruit, lemon, and bergamot, right. Floral, iris, carnation, geranium, any kind of flowers in there, they'll do that. And then you've got oriental, you've got jasmine, orris root, vanilla, cinnamon, orchid, and orange blossom. Then you're going on to woods. You've got dry woods, resins, crispy wood notes. Then you've got under that spicy, you've got ginger, pepper, cinnamon, and then you've got nutmeg. Now then, when you talk about like resins in a fragrance, I was lost it just as much as everybody else. I'm not going to lie, because some of these things I wouldn't have a clue. And so I had to research this myself. So I'm going to give you an idea what they're on about when they talk about resins. Resins is harvested from trees in Brazil by drilling into the tree trunks, inserting a tube, and to collect the substance inside. It has to be steamed, distilled, to be obtained, and that's how they create these. It sort of creates like an oil that they put into the fragrance. It all comes from the resins inside the tree. Okay, so I hope this video gives you some idea of what these fragrances are all about, and give you a better chance to know what you're buying. That's the idea behind this video, guys. So I hope it served a purpose. I'm trying to do something different. Keep doing top 10s and 5s and doing things everybody else is doing. I'm trying to be myself and try to do something different. Okay, think outside the box. So I hope that served you well, and we'll see you on the next video, hopefully. So don't forget to tune back in. Could you please like, share, and subscribe to this video, guys? I need you all to build my numbers up. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you soon. Okay, bye, guys.